Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up a batch automated email campaign, but most importantly, if you're just starting, you need to warm up email addresses if you're going to start doing bulk email outreach. And so how we're going to do this initially is you're going to set up a spreadsheet with all your prospects with the email address, and this will be your base where you're going to put the prospects into your email campaign. And I suggest starting out with the Google Sheet and having two tabs, one that has all the leads that you're going to be importing into your bulk campaign, and then the secondary one was where they actually get imported into the campaign. When you do the import on a bulk load, it will only read the first tab. So your first tab is your base for importing. The second thing you're going to want to do is install MailTrack. So if you're using Gmail or Outlook, this will work. The Mailsuite or MailTrack extension is mailsuite.com. You'll want to upgrade to the advanced plan. That will give you access to higher limits for sending and a lot of other features that they have here for your campaigns and your reports. When you're setting this up, once you've got your list ready, you've installed Mailsuite, there's a few settings that you'll want to enable in here. By default, most of the ones you need are already on, but you might want to enable some notifications, specifically if you're looking to get notified when an email is opened or clicked, and that will give you a trigger to do follow-ups so that they're timely and more effective. The next step after that's set up is to create your email template. I use Briskine for templates. So I'll create all my templates in here that I'll be using so I don't have to retype them. When you create your campaign, you'll actually be doing it from here on the Mailsuite dashboard, and you'll want to create your first campaign. And what this actually does is reopens your email client and creates a new message. What you'll notice is the new message that gets created is actually, it looks like a regular email, but it's actually a template that's specifically for creating an email campaign. So it has all the same features as a Gmail Compose message would, but you've got a couple of extra features here that are going to show up. So the first step is to import recipients, and you can grab them directly from Google Sheets, or you can create lists. I'm not going to cover create lists for this particular feature. I tried it, and I actually prefer to use the import function from the Google Sheet. So if I do this, it's actually going to pull all the leads that I have set up in the first tab for that Google Sheet. So when I click import data, you'll see that it'll import about 109 recipients, and those are going to be fed into the campaign. Now, two other things that are available here. One is templates. So that's another feature. I won't go into detail, but you can create templates directly in here, and so that you have them ready for you when you go and create this campaign. It's kind of handy. The other one is the Briskine templates, which you can access from the icon here if you've got Briskine loaded. Once your email is finished, normally on a Google Compose, this would be send, but in this template, it's actually continue, and it takes you to the next screen. In the next screen, you have some options, and this is where you can warm up an email campaign. So you'll start with a small number of recipients just to warm up that email account. I always add the unsubscribe link. I'll enable, these are usually off by default. I'd like to have open and click notifications for my campaigns so that I can trigger a follow-up. You can send a preview to yourself so you can see what it looks like. This is very handy and quick. You can send now, but that will send to all. So what you want to do to warm this up is schedule the send. You're going to click on batch send, and then you're going to set the date and time that you want to start your campaign, and this is how you're going to warm up that email account. So for this batch, I'll start for the first week or so. I will do maybe 20 emails per day, and it will automatically adjust how many days that campaign is going to run to use up all the leads you've imported. You can customize which days you want to actually run your campaign, so you don't have to do it every day. If you think Mondays and Fridays are not effective and you just want to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you can limit the dates and times for that. And then it actually wants more than 3, so I'm going to give it 4, and there we go. Then once you click send batch campaign, I'm not going to do that for this one, but I've already got one in the queue. I'm going to trash this because I'm not sending it. It will show up here as a Mailsuite scheduled campaign, and you can actually open this and take a look at what the message is going to look like. You can cancel the send if you made an error and want to redo it. And that is all you need to know to set up and warm up your email addresses for batch sending. Once you've consumed that campaign, you will repeat the process, but increase the number of leads that you're going to send to. So what I do with my Google Sheet is, now that I've sent these 100, I'm going to go to my other tab, and I've recorded the date that I've sent them, or inputted them into a batch, and then I'm going to do the next batch. So maybe the next batch might be several hundred, and then increase the volume of emails sent out per day until you get to a comfortable 75 to 100 messages per day if you're using Gmail. And if you're using other outbound services, I'll cover that in a different video on how you can add other email addresses to outbound and do the same process to warm up those accounts through this process. Watch for that in a future video. I'll explain how to set up email accounts in Google or in Gmail so you can repeat this process and use the same tools to warm those up. If you have any questions, post the comments below. Check for links in the description for any services that are mentioned in this video. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification